Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and this is going to be our first Let's Play on the channel, and of course the game is Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Now, we're going to be doing this on the hard difficulty, Tactician. We're going to try to keep the grind to a minimal because you veterans of Final Fantasy Tactics know that you can really easily outgrind the story missions and kind of make them a cakewalk. Now, I'm not an expert at Final Fantasy Tactics, but this is my favorite game of all time, so I know how to get the job done. So we're going to see how that translates again to this Tactician difficulty. We are going to be skipping over random battles. I will show off one random battle to kind of give you guys an idea of how I like to grind. There are a lot of ways you can grind in this game, and sometimes it's necessary. You can just do a straight playthrough, but since we're going on the Tactician mode, I want to at least make sure we are on par with the story missions, if not like a level or two above. But again, we're going to try to keep the grinding to a minimum, but most of that's going to be off screen here. And I'll just show you one session again to show you how I like to do it. And one last thing before we get started, if you're going to play alongside me, let me know what kind of party composition you're going to be running with, because one of the best parts about Final Fantasy Tactics is basically the job variety, the choices you can make as far as your party composition. It just gives this game such replayability, and I absolutely love it. You can just keep coming back to this game over and over again and finding out new things. And since we have the Ivalice Chronicles here, there are going to be balance changes. There's going to be different things that we're going to encounter, so I'm not going to be able to catch everything. So again, if you're playing alongside me, kind of let me know what your experience is like. We're going to try to be uploading at least once a day as far as our progress, keeping these videos to about 30 minutes to maybe an hour, depending on how this starts out. Because again, first time playthrough, first time Let's Play, so I don't know really what to expect. We're just kind of going in guns blazing. But with that out of the way, we're in the load menu here because the volume or the music is a little bit softer, but we can go ahead and exit out of here. Oh, beautiful backdrop here. We're going to start our new game. And picking Tactician. I've made a couple pre-builds for this game, and I kept calling the highest difficulty Night mode. No, it's Tactician. Night is like the regular difficulty. So going with Tactician here, and we're gonna see how it goes. Now, as far as your zodiac sign here for your main character, their birthday, I will be giving out little commentary and tidbits on things like the zodiac symbols here and what you should be picking. But for the zodiac signs here, I would always just pick what you want. The zodiac system is really cool, but it's never something I ever actually min-max. But if you do try to min-max it, you will definitely see a benefit out of it. But it's not necessary to complete this game, at least as far as I know right now. I always just make my Ramza a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday's not November 1st, but this is what we're going with for that. And then, yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and let's get started.
I am Arazlam J.D. For the greater part of my life, I have been a student of Ivalice's middle age. You are familiar with the War of the Lions, no? It was a bitter war of succession that rent the land of Ivalice in two. Here we first find mention of Delita Hyrule, the hero who would draw the curtain on this dark act of our history. His is a tale of great renown, familiar to all who dwell within our land. But, as we well know, what the eye sees is oftentimes a mere fragment of the truth. There was another young man, Ramza Beoulve, the youngest son of House Beoulve, famed for producing leaders of men. There is no official record of the role he played on history's stage. However, according to the Jirai papers, which had long lain concealed in church archives, this forgotten young man was, in fact, the true hero. The church maintains he was a heretic of the highest order, an inciter of unrest, who blasphemed the gods and profaned the godly. Which of these two accounts is to be believed? Join me now in my search to uncover the answer, the truth.
That was a sick intro. I'm not going to be yapping during when characters are talking, and we're not going to fast forward through them, but I'll put... Oh, hang on.
Abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
Lady Ophelia, it is time.
Alright, now we can pause. Yeah, for cinematics, we're not going to skip over them. I will leave timestamps that if you don't want to, if you've already seen the intro cinematic, you can skip over it. And so I'll put that in the timestamps. But yeah, when characters are talking here, I'm not going to be yapping. And we'll talk about the story as it's going on. We'll try not to jump ahead to like spoilers, if that makes any sense. So let's just see how this scene plays out, and we'll talk about it.
I'll not be much longer, Agrius.
Your escort has already arrived.
Please, heed the good lady's words, Highness. You must hurry.
You'll notice something about the dialogue in Final Fantasy Tactics, and as far as the script, it's very like snack bites. Like it's very short script, but what they're saying is very impactful. There's a lot of like depth to like the words and then what they're saying to each other, where there's a lot of meanings you can get from it. From like, if you play this continuous amounts of times, you come back to the game and you'll hear a line, you're like, huh, I wonder what they mean there. There's a lot of almost ambiguity to a lot of like story elements in this game. And I love the script. It's really hard to find another game that just kind of like punches at this level as far as the writing. But again, with just like a small script. This isn't very long. This isn't an overly long game. So it's very impressive what they do and what they convey in just a short amount of time. But let's continue.
Still in here, are you? It's been the better part of an hour.
Gafgarian, you forget yourself, sir. You are in the presence of the princess.
Mayhap bowed heads would less offend.
I love that line. That's such a good line by Gafgarian. He's a fantastic character, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with him.
But you would do well to waste less time on idle pleasantries.
I see even the noble Order of the Northern Sky cannot rid itself of vulgar knaves.
A guard captain in these rain-sodden hinterlands ought not to expect chivalry.
So Gafgarian there, a little more pragmatic, realist, Obviously, he's a mercenary type. And then you have Agrius here, who is the protector of the princess. And so she's a little more duty-bound, believes in knighthood and all that. So obviously, she holds herself to a higher standard, where Gafgarian, on the other hand, is just like, all right, let's get this moving along.
We are in the employ of the Order, not of it. Our pay does not cover trite courtesies to the likes of you.
Govern your tongue.
Enough. Let us be on our way.
The Father watch over you, child.
And you, Elder.
Milady, the enemy is upon us.
You got Tanner's men?
We are paid for this. Time to earn our keep. What is it, Ramza? You above getting paid to do a job?
I'm a knight no longer. Just another sellsword.
Oh, the voice acting is so on point. Ramza, we're gonna see him as he continues to talk, but in the War of the Lions edition, he sounded a little too soft. But in this version here, it sounds like he's got a little grit to him. I like that a lot.
Right then. To battle.
Deliver us, O Lord.
Alright, so the first battle here, this is a prologue battle. We're only going to have control of one character, and the rest of our allies are going to be AI controlled. Kind of give you the idea of how this game works as far as the combat.
Of the Black Lion. Duke Goltana must be mad.
So we're getting some names thrown out there. We got Duke Goltana and the Black Lions.
You there, wench. It is useless to resist.
This is going to be very British, I feel.
You will surrender the princess. If not, well, I would hate to see anything happen to that pretty face of yours.
A head on a saw? These swords of gold tanner, lack wits one and all.
In that case, we should be able to handle this without you, Gafgarian.
Mayhap you could, but there's no money to be made in that. Lad, Ramza, with me.
All right, let's get into it. Ooh, that battle theme. It hits just right.
Kill them all! Leave no man standing!
You would have us slaughter them. Are you mad?
Kind of getting the difference between these two right off the bat. Again, like we said, Gafgarian, more of a mercenary, just getting paid, wants his coin. Agrias, hold yourself to a higher standard.
Kill them here, and you'll have played into Duke Goltana's hands. We need only put them to rout.
I find dead men rout more easily.
That's true, Gafgarian. It's very true.
It's time.
Ooh, Ramza, I get to go first. Alright, when controlling Ramza, we get to do basically 2 actions here. I can explain this better than a tutorial, maybe. We have our move, and then we have our ability. So this is kind of like our action economy. So we'll go ahead and just move, and you get to select a space. Okay, moving in battle, yep. And so we got the blue tiles we can move to, but you also, don't forget, you can maneuver the camera around. It seems pretty easy. You can also zoom it out and in. So that's how you control the camera there, and then you can also go into, I think you can go into a tactical mode, or it won't let us hit. Oh, I just hit another button though. Okay, if you'll notice, I added the names to the characters over their heads. This is actually a really nice feature because originally the game is like this. You don't see anybody's names or their HP status. Now we can just do that, and it also looks like the numbers next to the sprites. That's the turn order. So you can see there on the left side you have basically how it's going to descend, and right now it's Ramza's turn. So you can look there for the turn order, but you also can look next to the characters' names. I like that. That's a really great quality of life. For Ramza here, we'll just remove right here. Ability-wise, okay, going into our abilities, this is our ability menu here. So we can either attack with our sword, which obviously nobody's in range, or we can use our job skills, which is metal. Let's see what we got here. We have rush, throw, salve, and chant. We're just going to throw a stone. We're going to hit the chemist right here. The chemist right there, that is their healer. Healers are usually the #1 target, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Down there, you can see that we have a 95% chance. And then that 3-star triangle there, I believe that's our Zodiac compatibility. So we have 100% Zodiac compatibility, which is pretty good. You can go above it, but really you just don't want to go below it. Or if you go below it, you're going to notice those detrimental effects as far as with your accuracy. But 100%, perfectly good. We're going to go ahead and throw our stone. Oh, achievements. All right. We got Steam achievements and in-game achievements. We'll take a look at those later. Gafgarian's move. All right.
Farewell.
Oof, that's a crit.
Lost.
So it looks like Gafgarian's hitting as hard as he usually does. He usually hits around the 42, 49 range with Shadow Blade. Seems a little bit weaker for Agrias. And when I say things like weaker or stronger, I'm usually referring to the original version, because this is a Tactician mode. There's a little bit of a balance change. That guy seems to hit hard.
Me.
Still in the fight.
And he's using a potion. Okay, so their AI also has seen a little bit of an improvement here, because they usually don't heal themselves, at least if they're not a chemist.
The next move is key.
And it seems like everybody they chime in with their voice acting for their turns. And we got Lad here. He was originally called Rad. Nice.
Right then.
Now 34
By
damage, that
divine
seems a
will
little...
unencumbered, by darkness empowered. Shadow Blade. Taste this!
Okay, those are the old chants that they did in the original version, and now that they're voice acted, oh, that just brings a smile to my face. Those sound really good. But what I was gonna say is that Shadow Blade only hit him for like 30 something. That's interesting because that weapon attack usually stays pretty static.
Right.
So that might be the new balance working. Alright, now it's Ramza's turn again, and we're going to get up in there. We're going to flank the knight here. Knights are very tanky. They are hard to hit when they have a good shield. So you always want to be trying to hit them in the back.
You'll pay for that.
They are my favorite job in the game, or generic job, I should say. We'll talk a lot more about them when we get to creating our party. Because right now, just the prologue battle here, and they're just kind of showing us how the combat works.
I must fight on.
Those knight blades, those knight swords that Agrius just did, they're very powerful. I don't want to say overpowered, but they're very powerful. And they have, sometimes they have effects alongside them. So Judgment Blade there can stop a target, has a chance to. It's just really, really strong. On top of the good damage that it already does. And it's an instant cast. So you'll notice that later, like a lot of knights with their sword abilities, they're instant and they're powerful. And then you look at like a black mage who has to charge up their spells, and you're like, damn, why don't I get something like that?
My life.
Nice. Good job, lad. Gafgarian's turn.
Senses keen.
Can also pause the battle too, but I don't think we need to do that right now. We'll get more into the stats again when we get to our party menu, and I can kind of give you a rundown of what you should be looking for. We'll just quickly go with Ramza here, and again, right in the back. We're also not hitting very hard. That's interesting.
Sorry, my
Usually I think Ramza hits a little harder, so I'm wondering if damage across the board for our team has been nerfed slightly.
Take this!
Yeah, that should be doing like 32. I know it doesn't sound like much now, but I'm wondering how that scales up.
I
He
must
can heal himself, but he's the last one left.
Leave it to me.
Nothing to fear.
And remember these characters here, because we will be seeing them again.
Leave it to me.
Or that was really ominous. We're gonna be like basically time jumping pretty shortly, so you're not gonna see these guys for a bit, for a couple hours. So it's good to take note of them now, because yes, they will be returning, and they're all pretty important. Take out this guy right in the back.
Time to work.
And take note also at their level. So they're like level 10. Usually, chapter 1 is between level 1 and 10 as far as the story progression. So that's kind of the level range we're gonna like try to stick to. Chapter 2 is more like 10 to 20. I think you ended around 20.
You're done for.
Oof. God, the spells, they sound great. So far so good with this, oh, hold on. Something's up with the princess.
No. Lady Ovelia.
This way. Hurry up. And try making a little less noise.
Oh, I am right over Delita's face there. But yes, in the intro section there, in the cinematic, you notice that those band of soldiers split off. One split off here. That was this guy right here.
I'll not take orders from you!
You've quite a mouth on you, princess.
Oh, the gut punch.
Hold there!
It's funny, you think about like, you want to knock them in the head to knock somebody out. No, just right in the windpipe, or right in the gut to take out their breathing. That's a way to do it too.
I think not. If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the father.
This cannot be.
Well, Agrius, you should have watched the back door.
Delita. He lives.
So Ramza knows that guy, and he's surprised that he's alive. Okay.
But why does he serve under the banner of Duke Goltana?
So something's up with this Duke. He's got the black lines. It sounds like his bannerman, his people. And yeah, Delete is working for him.
I do not understand.
We don't understand yet either, Ramza. We don't understand yet either. So that's the prologue right there. Now we're going to jump back in time. All right, second achievement. This is easy.
Records of the hero Delita Hyrule
First appear 1 year before the outbreak of the War of the Lions. The loss of the 50 Years' War saw Ivalice paying enormous reparations and ceding vast swathes of land to Ordalia, the victors. Knights and sellswords returned from the front to find their homes razed and loved ones slain. Compounding their woes, they were denied pay for their service and stripped of their livelihoods. This ill treatment led many to abandon their fealty to the crown and the nobility. Once loyal soldiers became rogues and traitors, donning the thief's cloak and plotting treason. It was a time of great unrest for Ivalice. Murder and theft were commonplace. Many were the young adventurer and mage who stepped forward to counter this threat. Of these, the city of Garland too saw its share. It was there that our tale began, a year earlier.
So, we're going to a year into the past. And there we go. Chapter 1, The Meager. And we're at the Royal Academy. Alright.
Did you hear? Another Wayne was struck last night on its way to Egros.
Now you notice they're dropping a lot of names, a lot of locations. Final Fantasy Tactics has an amazing world. The original writer, Matsuno, his world building is almost second to none. There's a lot of detail that goes into it, especially the history. And as I talked about, the war, the 50-year war, which basically when you don't win and you don't get the spoils of the war, the losing side, everybody who basically fought into it comes home empty-handed. For the rich, maybe not that big of a deal, but for the common soldier, the peasants, that's not a good feeling, especially when you feel like you're owed some money and there's no money to go around anymore, essentially.
The Corpse Brigade again.
The Corpse Brigade.
'Tis long past the hour for drills. What is happening, I wonder?
Ramza, a little bit younger, sporting the ponytail. I like it.
Delita, what do you suppose this is about?
I could hazard a guess.
Now, you'll notice Delita here. I want you guys to take note. He's very well informed about the political landscape. He's got his nose to, or his ear to the ground about it all, and he's got a good head on his shoulders for politics.
Oh, do tell.
I think Duke Larg is coming to Garland.
Duke Larg? Why?
Not just the Duke. The Marquis Elmdor de Limbri, too.
That's the first I've heard of it. This has not the sound of a state visit.
All of Ivalice is in turmoil. The Order's supposed to be keeping things under control, but the fact is, they number too few.
And they mean to bolster their numbers with us.
All right, everybody, fall in.
That's good sound design there. This character, this captain here, sounds like he's actually speaking from, behind a door coming in. Little attentions to detail, and you'll notice that in the lighting too. That's a new addition to this edition here of Final Fantasy Tactics. Is little subtle lightings that would enhance the sprite work here. It's I think it looks really good.
The Order of the Northern Sky has an assignment for its Knight's Apprentice.
So we're basically cadets, or squires, not yet knights.
As I'm sure you're already aware, the number of brigands roaming Galleon is on the rise. Among them, the Corpse Brigade, a seditious lot with a grudge against the very crown they had served. Rogues such as they must be dealt with. The Order has been commanded to undertake an operation to eliminate the brigade. We will not be acting alone. The Order will be joined by, among others, His Excellency Duke Larg's Royal Guard.
We got another Duke involved here, Duke Larg. So, Duke Goltana and Duke Larg.
This will leave Egro's castle undermanned. Your task will be to proceed there and support us from the rear by bolstering its defenses.
It's a little bit of a military maneuvering around. Got some big players coming to our side of the country for a meeting.
Remember, you represent the Academy itself. Noble or otherwise, your actions reflect upon us all. Fight with honor and trust in your steel.
Aye.
Twould seem the time to take up arms is already upon you, young apprentices. I've just received word that a band of thieves, routed by our knights, flees here to Garreland, where the bustling streets will only aid their escape. We will move to stop them and finish the task of our brothers. You, young apprentices, will accompany us.
Oh boy, we get to go murder.
This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once. Dismissed.
Yes, sir. Hut, 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 hut. Alright. Okay. So guest party member, we got Delita here. At a certain point in the story, guest units will join Ramza's party. Alright, so basically, these guest characters, they will be part of in the encounters, they'll be on our side, but we cannot control them. That's what it means to have a guest party member. And usually when you have a guest party member, the people that you command is, the max you get is 5. If you have a guest party, you'll only have like 4 or sometimes even 3. So guest party members, sometimes a double-edged sword where yeah, you get some cool characters like Delita on your side, but you also don't get to control him, and that means one less person that you get to bring from your roster, which can kind of be kind of feel bad sometimes. But it's all right. Oh, look at this world map. We're gonna take a quick look at it. All right, here we go. You may navigate the world map. So basically, there's going to be these nodes on the map that we can travel to, and there's going to be every city is going to have basically some vendors in it, and they all don't sell the same thing. So we'll take a look at. Well, first off, we're on a regular node right now. Oh, so okay. Previously, in the OG version, there wasn't a node for the Academy here. You just started off right here in Garland. But let's just take a look at the map real quick. This looks really, really good, I think. This does a great job at showing the landscape of Ivalice and kind of like how why certain areas have like the roads and stuff. Very plain to see like, okay, these are mountain ranges, obviously. Not going to be a road there, a little pass there. But this is all of Ivalice here. And you got Ordalia right over here. This is who they went to battle with for the 50-year war, and they lost. There's also another empire up here. Romania, I think? I'm not sure, but they are also mentioned in the lore. Again, there's a lot of world building that you don't necessarily need to pay attention to appreciate the story that they're telling here, but it just kind of enhances the experience if you know about a little bit like tidbits of the deeper lore of what's going on. But here's a world map here. We're just going to go straight into the first mission here. Here we go. So, got the formation screen here. Luckily for us, we get to pick out 5 members. And this is where we get to position them. Let's just go ahead and skip the tutorial. So we do have tactical view, okay. So for me, it's right trigger, I'm playing with the controller, and you get like a bird's eye view. So just in case you're maneuvering the camera around and you just can't see what the heck is going on, you can always just flip up right here and get a great view. Also, you'll notice there, yeah, you can see it. Geomancy, you can see the tile marks there, and when we eventually get a Geomancer, it's telling us which Geomancy spell we can use on that tile. Very, very cool. That'll be good for when we get a Geomancer. But let's place our party members, and we're looking for characters, you'll notice there, with high bravery and high faith. Bravery has to do with your reaction if the conditions are met for it to proc. Bravery is going to help make that happen. Additionally, with something like a knight, they get knight swords. The higher the bravery, the more damage you'll do with a knight sword as a knight. So that's important there. Faith, on the other hand, has to do with magic. So the higher your faith is, the better you're going to be with magic, and you'll also receive magic better, including healing and damage. So kind of a double-edged sword there. You could completely build a party with very, very low faith, and basically magic's going to be not a big deal against your party, but you're also not going to be very efficient at using magic to buff up your guys or deal your own magic damage. But you'll basically have like an atheist party that can just rely on items. Anyways, we're not going to do that. We're going to want high faith as well. So this guy right here, 48, 50, not very good. This guy here, Emmanuel, he's a great candidate for a mage because he has 70 faith. Bravery's not that great, but we can work on that later. 61, 51, not that great there from Robert. She has 64, 62, 55. Not a great showing as far as bravery goes. We'll take this chemist here. We have our two classes. We have chemist and squire. Chemist, the guy with all the bags right here, and the squire, a little bit of armor, kind of got that cowl going on there. But we'll take the chemist there for the high bravery. And out of the female soldiers, we'll try to get a good mix here. Females are better spellcasters, and then the males have like higher physical damage. I don't know if that still holds true for this version, but I'm just gonna assume it does. That's our party formation there. Let's go ahead and let's get into the first fight here.
It's time.
Usually the first fights are actually pretty difficult. They can go wrong in a lot of ways.
What have we here? Little moppets, is it?
Very British.
Our turn for the better. All right, lads. Cut through these and we're as good as flaked. Make quick work of them. And don't be leaving no squealers behind.
I love it. All right, let's see if you're up to the task. I doubt it.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. All right, Delita. I like the little voice lines.
My turn, is it?
Now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom this camera out, and then we're going to position it, we're going to angle it up so we can see down over the buildings a little bit better. 19 damage, all right. And this is kind of an even playing field.
Remember, the well-aimed thrust pierces the mail.
Good advice.
Don't patronize me, Delita. We Beoulves know our way around the battlefield. Beoulve, was it? Heir to the noble house, Beoulve, I'd wager.
I'm going to move my camera a bit so we can see this dude's face in case there's more cutscenes like that. We're going to position ourselves right there.
Looks like we have ourselves some apprentices from the academy. Well, highborn moppets are still moppets.
Muppets. So British.
Lay down your arms or die clutching them. None will mourn your passing. Is that right? You're in far over your little heads.
Ramza's got a little arrogance about him. It might be because he's a noble.
My turn.
All right, so we are going to angle our camera up, and then we're going to zoom out a bit, see what we got going on here. All right, we're just going to get in the mix with Delita there. What do we got for our skills? So we're a year in the past now, and so we don't have as many of our abilities here from metal, so we'll just attack. Expecting the outcome. We kind of talked about that already with the percent chances and the zodiac synergies. That's 100% for 14 damage. Love to see it. Now, when you do an action that has some sort of impact on the battlefield, you're going to get character experience, and then you're going to get job points. And basically, we always want to be doing an action that can... Oh, hang on. Controlling allied units. Okay, so that we just control other characters. But we always want to be doing an action that's going to give us XP, which is then going to give us JP. So we're going to see... That's really what we're going to try to optimize when it comes to our party. That they're always doing something. So, this squire here. Not in range for a sword, but I sure as shit can throw a stone at that guy. That'll do. Chemist. This is going to be a healer, a really good healer. A lot of people love Chemist. I myself also love Chemist, but I'm going to be sticking probably more towards White Mage, kind of show how powerful they can be. But Chemists are very good, especially because of their item ability. And they can throw their items. You can see the distance here. As long as you have a line of sight, you can hit your target with some healing. So it's really good. Delita here, he's not missing that much health. Can't really do anything with him, so we're just going to wait. Care there, let's see there. They can do a stone throw, so we want to get them... Oh, why don't we just run right up to the guy's face and... Let's see how much damage we can do. 8. Not great. How about rush? Still, not any better, but you'll see our synergy there is 125% as opposed to 100%. We have a greater chance of hitting this guy. Oh, there you go. So when our job level raises, that's that sound you'll hear. There's different sound effects for your character level and then your job level.
Destined for greatness.
Destined for greatness.
What's
Yes, you are.
course?
All right, and then Laura here. Let's see. Do you have throw stone? You do as well. Oh, we're gonna go on the roof and just throw stones at these guys. We need to be a little bit higher, but pretty good first opener there. I'm not noticing too much difference as far as like values and their health for Tactician mode. So far so good. They have their chemist. That's what I'm talking about with throwing potions there. Really good healers. Easy to position them in the back and keep your party basically up and running. Rebecca. Now throw a stone at me.
There you are.
There's that job level sound. And it's going to be Delita's turn. Guest characters, they basically just bull rush into the closest targets to attack. But we can kind of play around that if we need to. Now he's taking a little bit of a meaty hit there.
Come on.
We'll definitely heal him because we want to keep Delita up. He's he's an asset to the team, and he does damage, and he also takes aggro off of us. So we'll keep the chemist up here. And then, did she have rush? No. Okay, she just has throw stone. Throw stone has the potential to knock back a target. We saw that a little bit earlier. But Squires also have another ability called rush, which can do the same thing. And I kind of want to knock her off the roof. She only has 22 health. Not very much. Oh, well, didn't knock her off. That's okay though. A little bit of damage. That's good. Ooh. 24. That's a heavy hit right there. From Edmund.
Right.
I guess Edmund. Let's see here. We need Ramza. We really need to focus fire. This guy only has 23 health, 17. Can Ramza do 17? I think he does about 14. Yeah, 14 damage. It's not going to be enough. Got a job level up. Good. But Manuel here can throw a stone. And hopefully this will take out him. There we go. Alright, new all these voice acting. It's like, it feels like a very fresh experience right now because usually they make a more of kind of like a monster death sound when a human dies in this game or gets knocked out. And now they actually have the voice actors screaming, so a little bit of adjusting going on there. Let's see here. We're going to do 11 damage. Pretty good. We're going to be able to basically focus fire this guy down. The real kicker, or the real issue is going to be that chemist, because if we're not all around him at the same time, he'll just keep healing himself up, and that can be very annoying. He's going to try to punch us. Obviously, chemists, they're not the best fighters until they get guns. Talk about guns when guns come up, but yes, there are guns in this game. And chemists, they get guns.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. Delita, alright, looks like we should just focus fire that guy, and then we'll move on to the chemist, which solid plan. I can't go on. As far as our chemist, though, I don't know if Laura there can handle too many hits. We also get to name our soldiers a little bit later. I saw that was a feature. As far as what names I'm going to go with, I got no idea. But I do like naming my soldiers. They're like, I feel like you're in two camps with this game. Either you like to have a generic army or you don't, because we're going to get unique characters that are going to have their own unique jobs that they're really good. They're by far better than all the generic jobs. But myself, I love having a generic army that I name basically my own troops and kind of have like their own story.
My turn.
That's definitely the way I like to play. Let's hear. Ramza. We already got that guy down. Let's just start wailing on the chemist here. Force them to run back towards my other party members. And that should be the quickest way to take him down. That's kind of how you want to handle this fight. Just everybody push forward together and then focus fire whatever target's in front of you. If you can, get this chemist first, but he usually stays in the back and he takes probably the last one you're going to take down. Except for in this case, I took him down. He wasn't last, but as far as that group over there, he was last. And then you got the two stragglers over here. Ouch. That was a nice crit for them. They just rushed me. Luckily my guy didn't get knocked off the edge, but those two up there might be in a little bit of trouble. But Delita, really, really close by. This is why we want to keep him up and healthy. And he does a good amount of damage. 14 damage this early on. Righto, righto. Her on the other hand, do we have any other abilities? No. We just have our items. We're gonna keep her boxed in. That's our plan there.
Forgive me.
She's gone. 8 damage, not bad for a chemist. And then see if we can take him out. Only 6 damage. You see that the female characters, they do less damage. Well, she has a knife, but I'm not seeing them doing as much damage. But they are better spellcasters, so that's what we're going to be gearing towards. Ramza here does have Chant, which is a nice heal, but it sacrifices our own HP. So that's the only thing we're working with right now. Don't need to use it right now. It's kind of an emergency heal, essentially. And I think that's all we can do here. We have one guy left, and it's about we just gotta swarm him.
I never concede.
I never concede. Okay, I like these little voice lines that they all have when they attack. Very cool. Also, I got the depth of field on. I wonder if I should turn that off later. It's okay for right now. Evaded. Okay. And after this fight, we'll go into the character stats, what we're looking for, what you should be looking for as far as being able to determine how well your party's going to do, because there's a lot of information, but once you start getting a feel for it, it's really easy to kind of figure out what's going to work and what you can expect as far as how how well your party's going to do. Throw a potion to her. Just didn't want to risk it, but you know what? I didn't really need to throw a potion there. Now it's just clean up, and this last guy is gonna give it his all, that's for sure. I don't think Delita's gonna be able to hit him. No. Okay. We'll take a swing at him.
Everything.
Oh, that's it. Good.
Lost.
First battle done. No problem. Tactician mode, easy.
Why persist in such folly?
I don't know, Ramza.
Honest work would see them die old in bed. Yet they choose instead this early grave.
I notice a tone difference with him between that prologue scene, where obviously he's older, more experienced, and then the Ramza now that we're experiencing. So there's a difference in tone there. And the delivery. Just voice acting, man. Oh, making such a huge difference about this feels fresh. Also, largest contributor there. We got Ramza. I know you can't. The contributor is cut off by my face here, but Ramza, he did the most in the battlefield. Get a little bit of little accolades. Doesn't do anything. I think it's really just for fluff to see who your greatest character is, or at least who does the most. Now this scene here.
Beoulve, a great hero who had attained the distinguished title of Knight Gallant, approached the hour of his death.
Knight Gallant is like one of the highest ranks when it comes to like a knight and a lord.
What news of the war?
Now this scene here is even before what the academy and the fight we just did. This is before that. Keep that in mind.
The Order has struck a great blow. Limbury is ours once more.
Limbury is the east side of Ivalice.
Tis but a matter of time ere the Ordalians withdraw from Zeltenia.
So Zeltenia is the east side of Ivalice, and the Ordalians that we already pointed out to where they were. So we're basically pushing them back out of Ivalice altogether.
All goes as planned, Lord Father. Be not troubled.
The envoy dispatched to treat with Advocate Lenario returned this night past. He has agreed to your proposal, Lord Father.
Good. Very good. Then the war will die with me.
So these are basically the last, I would say, parts of the 50-year war.
Father.
There now, Alma. Do you want my last memory to be of your tears?
Where is that Ramza? He should be here at your side.
You'd be thinking like, oh, we just fought those brigands. That's where we are. But no, that's not where we just were.
Zalbag, Dystag, you are dear to me. But Ramza is no less so. Though he be not the issue of the womb that bore you, my sons, still my blood courses through his veins.
So we're a bastard. Ramza's a bastard. We're Jon Snow.
Lord Father!
Here we are.
You forget yourself, Ramza.
That's Ben Starr, by the way. Clive from Final Fantasy 16 and Verso from Clair Obscur.
You have come. Good. Let me look upon your face once more.
Lord Father.
Lord Father.
How long has it been? You've grown into a fine young man. I would hear of your studies. You've been at the academy since spring, is it? Hear me, Ramza. For generations, we Beoulves have stood foremost of those who serve the crown. Ours is the soul of the night.
So Ramza, his family, very strong military order that obviously supports the crown. Comes from a long line of leaders and very powerful knights.
A knight worthy of your name. Tolerate no injustice. Stray not from the true path. You will know the path you must walk. A Beoulve can walk no other.
I will not fail you, Father.
Your friend, Delita. He is a good boy. He is low-born, but he can serve you well.
So, Delita, he's a commoner.
I've made arrangements for him to enter the academy. You should have seen the look on the headmaster's face.
There's another indication that this is prior to what we just did in game, because he's talking about Delita being allowed into the academy, and then when we saw him, he looked like they've already been there for quite some time.
In the years ahead, you will need someone whom you can trust. You could do far worse than Delita.
As you say, Father.
Take care of your sister. And show these brothers of yours what it is. What it is to be a knight.
I hope he had a moment like this with each and every one of his kids there, because he's showing a lot of favoritism to Ramza here. In addition to us knowing that that was a past scene, the location we're going to, that is where that scene takes place. So obviously we didn't just like teleport there and then now we're back. So that's another indication. So on the world map here, this is where we can see our party setup. Let's go ahead and head into our party selection here. Okay. Unit screen. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Now looking at our party, we are going to want to get rid of a lot of these guys. We have 6. We don't need 6 characters right now. we need 4, so we can get rid of 2 of them. Bruce and Evelyn, I think, can go, which means we can take off all of their gear. Okay, this is the unit status screen. And, okay, got a lot of details up there. Very cool. Nice. Okay, so if we expand the menu there, up top, you can see physical attack, magic attack, the evasions, and then on the right side there, what your equipment is doing for you. Those are all very important stats. Also, further to the left, movement, jump, speed, very, very important stats there. But with these characters we're going to get rid of, go ahead and take off all their equipment. I kind of wish there was a take all off, unequipped all button. I feel like there is in the original version. I'm going to be like jumping between versions and it's going to be driving me crazy. But Bruce here, you can go. Evelyn, take all your gear off as well. And we'll just say goodbye to these characters. Dismiss.
You're serious? If you fail in this endeavor of yours, don't blame me.
Okay, brother. See ya. See you later, Bruce. And then Evelyn. Hi. Gotta press the right button.
Don't say such things. I'll be more useful from now on, I swear.
I feel kind of bad. See ya. I like the name Evelyn too. Okay. So we got our squad here. And let's go ahead, go into the first town here. So we got our different options. I can explain the game, don't worry. Got our outfitter. This is where we're going to buy all of our gear and equipment. Tavern. We're not going to spend too much time in the tavern, or at least with one of the features of the tavern. So, tavern, this is where you get a lot more lore and history, kind of what ongoings of what's going on in Ivalice. I'm not going to read all these out. I don't have like a radio voice to read and narrate these, but if you want the extra lore, it's in there. It's a good read. We also have another feature, but that'll unlock later, so we'll talk about that then. Let's just take a look at the outfitter real quick. Yeah, this is the outfitter.
How might I help you?
How might I help you?
After all, in particular.
So from this outfitter, we're going to be getting daggers, staves, and we also have a broadsword. But most of this stuff is going to be cloth, not armor. You can buy a leather cap, you can buy your chest piece, accessories. We'll talk more about those later. And then potions as well. Some of these we're going to want more potions.
May I help?
But
you're here
first
to
start of the
sell.
game here, we want to sell everything we don't need. So daggers, kind of want to get rid of all of them. We're going to keep the mithril knife. And then bowgun here. I don't think we usually start with the bowgun, but we'll keep that right now. We'll keep all these weapons. We have a shield too. Okay, this is all new. And a leather helmet. Okay, so they give us like basic gear. Okay. In your potions, your consumables, we don't need all of this. So we can earn, here we go, holy water. Sells for 1,000 gil. May not seem like a lot, but it's gonna help us out. Sell that. You can actually get rid of the remedies too. A lot of this we can buy back later when gold is more abundant. But right now, we're kind of strapped for cash, or we can blow through it pretty easily. So selling off all this like excess items, not a bad idea.
May I be of
Let's go ahead and get out of here, and we'll check out the Warriors Guild. Now, I'm pretty sure this is where you can recruit characters, new characters.
Looking to draft a new recruit?
We also can rename our characters as well. I'll rename them later, but if we want to be hunting for characters with high stats like bravery and faith, this is where we do it. And this is new. Okay, so before, in the original version, you'd have to go one at a time with the soldiers, and if you didn't like what you saw, you just back out and you come back in. Now it lays out a whole crowd here, and we can kind of take a look at all of their stats like this. Like, okay, 70 faith. Bravery. That's really good. We want that. His faith's kind of low, so that's kind of a bummer. But that's a good amount of bravery, and I'm wondering. I think we'll exit out. We might just get a whole new cast here because these stats are kind of better than what we have as far as our characters. Okay, looks like you have to exit completely out, go back in, and then okay, we got a new lineup here. Ooh, this is nice. 69, nice, and 67 faith. This is a good character. We should probably recruit her. Those are some good stats in there. So I think we'll take her, and we'll probably get rid of one of the other chicks we had. Oh, another achievement. All right, good deal. I like doing achievements. Let's see here. Isn't there a way to change Ramza's color palette? I don't know where you get any of that. Maybe, okay.
Making preparations.
No, not in the guest menu. We're gonna go over to, okay, this is our inventory. I'm scrolling up at the top there. We also have the Chronicle. So this is gonna give us an encyclopedia.
What would you wish to know?
All of the characters, kind of get to know a lot of them. Another achievement, damn. I'm just rolling through them. But to get to know a little bit about all the characters here, I would go through this in your free time. Okay, this actually does a much better job than I could do. Talking about all the different nations, who's involved, terms. Okay, it's all here. Nice. All right, so this is all the world building, and it's going to be some great stuff. I'm going to look at it in my own time. And now they have the state of the realm, which I'm pretty sure this will.
Evolution history. One must take a broad view.
Okay, I was listening to what he said, but this is going to give us a timeline of the game's events. So we just started, so obviously there's not a timeline yet, but when we come back here, we'll be able to scroll back to this moment in time and kind of read about where we started this. And then events.
Let us trace the journeys of those who shaped history.
So these are all the cutscenes we've seen. This icon here with the play button, this is the War of the Lions video, the cinematics, the one with that paint style that was in the intro. That's what this is, because what we saw was in-game with the sprites, and I prefer that for these playthroughs. But if you want to go back and watch the actual like movie version, this is where they're at. And then just looking at everything else, academic reports.
Strive to better oneself.
Okay, these are the achievements. And then I think these are just tooltips. This is if you have any questions or worry about anything as far as like, okay, what does bravery do exactly? You'll find it here. And then how do you change bravery? Same with faith. All here. This is some good stuff to actually look at. If you are confused about the game, mechanics, why some of your hits aren't landing, why do you have low percentages? This is a really good tool here to check this out. Very easy to find. I feel like in the other version it wasn't as apparent where the tutorial was, but it was there. So this is our squad here. We're gonna get rid of Laura here because her stats, as you can see, 48 bravery, not very good. Emmanuel, we'll keep you because you're gonna be we're gonna make Emmanuel a caster, a magic character. Even though females are better at it, you can still do either gender. It doesn't really matter. He'll be a spellcaster because he has 70 faith, and then she'll be a spellcaster as well because she has pretty high faith as well. And then Laura here, we're gonna get rid of her. We don't need her. So let's go ahead and take off all our stuff to sell. And then see you later.
Must we truly?
Yeah, we're parting. So we have 4 characters plus Ramza. That's 5. The max you can have on a battlefield that you control is 5. So this is our squad right here. And yeah, I like it. I think these two females, we're gonna make them spellcasters. Actually, no. We need to probably get rid of her. We'll worry about it later. Everybody's being changed into a squire. It's definitely something I recommend. Make everybody a squire.
Wish me luck.
Oh, another achievement. Very good. But yeah, you can see the job menu here. This is the job tree. You can see all the blacked out silhouettes. Okay, so it doesn't tell us. Oh, it does. Okay. Well, some of them it tells us. You can see we need to be Archer level 3 to unlock. That's the thief there. So some of them it will tell us, but some of them are blacked out. So I guess we'll just get them naturally as time goes on. Robert there, Squire. Everybody's a Squire. Good. Because we're keeping everybody a Squire because we want to gain some abilities. So these are our abilities that we're going to learn. And the abilities we want for Ramza here, he is a unique Squire. So he has his own abilities like Tailwind here, which is going to increase your speed by 1. We want him to have that. It's a really good one. It'll make sure he can do something every time on his turns. I'll move my camera a bit here. So you can see Tailwind and kind of get the description right there. Now, the other characters, why are we making them squires? Well, they get focus. So Ramza has Tailwind, that gives a +1 to his speed. You can always do that. Regular squires get focus, which can increase their physical attack power by 1. So they can always do that as well. I want to grab focus. I want to grab JP boost. And I want to grab movement +1 for every one of my characters. We're kind of setting up a base, a foundation for every one of our characters here to be successful no matter what path they go down as far as their job tree. Because if we have a base for all of our characters, casters included, they're just going to be set up for success. And you'll see that as we get into the gameplay or as we go further along. But that is it for here. I think we just want to pick up some more potions. This next battle can be a little tricky actually. But we will keep 1 chemist because we're gonna choose the more difficult version of the fight. So we will keep 1 chemist. And we just need to make sure everybody has equipment, basically. Broadswords.
Welcome.
Let's sell off some of the daggers, and then
Would that be you wished? May I be after all in particular?
Okay, and we can buy some potions. We almost maxed out our potions. Now we're gonna need about, we get around 20.
Are you? Thank you.
Keep it around there, and then Phoenix Downs.
Are you many?
Keep it around 5 for right now. But let's just go ahead and jump into the next fight. We have our squad here. Everything's looking good. Let's just do it. This is a very notorious map. Going to be spending a lot of time here. Mandalia Plains here. This is like the best map to grind in because it's really easy to use the terrain to your advantage, and then the enemy spawns here, not that bad to deal with.
The van calls.
Our chemist there, and then let's get you there, and then you.
Ready for battle.
All right.
Forward.
Next fight. Let's see how it goes, or let's see what's going on.
Looks like this one's still alive. What do we do with him?
What do you think we do with him?
We kill him and take his money.
Right then. Your luck's run out, knave. If ever
Knave?
you had any.
Blast! One of the Order's patrols.
The Corpse Brigade. And they've a hostage in their midst.
They sure do, Toledo. So this is what I was mentioning with doing the harder version of this fight, because these two choices, they don't have a gameplay impact, but they do have a slight story impact. So you can choose to ignore rescuing the hostage as a priority and just focus on defeating the bandits there. Or we could make keeping the hostage there alive during the battle part of the mission objective. So if the hostage over there goes down, we lose the fight, which is more risky because of, well, their AI and then the enemy's AI of basically ganging up on them. But we're going to choose the more difficult route. That's why we kept a chemist. So hopefully at least on the first turn, you can run up there and throw a potion to him if he needs be. But we'll see how it goes.
We must rescue their captive. To do less would be unbecoming of men of the Order.
And you know, we're the good guys, right? We need to do good guy things. Argath. See, now that's our objective, is to protect him.
Me then.
Reinforcements. And none too soon.
None so soon. Huh. Special units. Yep. So he's a special unit, but he's just like a guest character. Yeah. So if this special unit is to be KO'd, may result in a game over. It will result in a game over if he dies. So first, good hit. And he's like trapped right there. That's the other bad thing. I think he'll be okay. We just really need to make sure he's topped off. But you can see we don't have a turn for, at least in the first block there.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Bunch of squires. Right. That other class, that's a... Oh, hang on. Auto battle. We're not going to mess around with auto battle. But you can set it. I just wouldn't. It's not as robust and as... or have as much like quality of life as something like Tactics Ogre Reborn. If you guys ever played that tactical RPG, that auto battle system pretty good. But we got Ramza here. And we're going to get him close, and we're going to use metal, and then this is why we picked up Tailwind. It's something for him to do. It gives him +1 to his speed. Speed is a very important stat, and he gets XP, and he gets JP from it. Easy peasy. Now, Robot here. Look closer. I don't think I'm going to be able to... No, can't hit him with the potion. That's fine. I'm going to keep going. We're just having everybody just move up together. Can I throw a stone at anybody? No. Additionally, everybody's a squire, or most of them are a squire, because of when you get JP, your other party members receive a little bit of that JP as well when a character gets JP. It's like a spillover effect. So if we're all squires, we're all getting that spillover effect into the squire job that we already are. It makes leveling up jobs a lot easier if everybody in your party who's in the encounter is the same job. It also saves you from over leveling. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot, Delita.
Victory is mine.
This is the problem with him. He starts to go really far in there. Argath. You need to fall back to your brothers. It's fine. Okay, they're all taking that other path there. That's good. Because now we can get over. And I hate wasting potions on this guy because he's not doing himself any favors by running up there.
Thoughtful of you.
Really thoughtful of you. Sure. We really don't want him going down. So, we're in there. We're going to cover him. 100% with the stone throw.
Turn this around.
There you go. There's a job level. And we're just going to move everybody up.
My turn.
Ramza. See, this would be an emergency time if he was hurt that we could use Chant here. But you can see it's going to do some damage to us, but it'll heal him. We don't need to do that. We are going to Tailwind ourselves.
I am a Beowulf.
I am a Beowulf. I love that voice line. That's a good one.
No turning back.
No turning back. Everybody's got a lot more character in this game. I like it.
I might not make it.
Okay, well.
Now or never.
Maybe not the best idea to throw our chemist in there. My thing is, I don't want the dog over here, the panther, to, okay, he's not going for Argath, that's good. Everybody else we can handle. Ooh, nice hit.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this over with.
Do I look stronger?
That's the level up sound. Again, different than the job level up sound. Wow, Ramza again. I like this. You guys have no idea how much I love the turn order just being right there on the left. So I can see that my chemist is going to get a go, and so is Argath. Hopefully Argath gets out of there. I don't feel like we need to heal him, but I do want to take out this thief. Thieves have good speed, and they do decent damage at this level. Let's take him out. He's a pretty big threat. Good crit. Good crit.
Me then.
Is her name Lettuce? I didn't notice that.
Are you alright?
I gotta change that. Nobody in my party is gonna be Lettuce.
I shall win glory.
No. You dummy.
Damn you.
He went there for the kill.
I earned this.
That's why I was talking about with him. Okay. Hopefully. Ah. We're literally threading the needle between those two rocks there to get this potion to him. Oh. Robert, you leveled up? Good. Okay, that's our first level up. It's just telling us when we level up, you get HP and MP.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
You're not done yet.
What to do?
Get him in there. We didn't give him a broadsword. Should have done that. Make sure you equip your, optimize your guys' equipment before going into battle. And he's being surrounded now. That's okay.
I'm in for it now.
As long as our chemist is around, we have 5 Phoenix Downs. We're not going to need to use that many Phoenix Downs. Hopefully.
My turn.
Ramza's turn. Most we can do, start hurting the panther. Now monsters, I'm pretty sure all of them have counter as a reaction. So when we swing and attack them, based off of their bravery, which their bravery is only 40, so it's actually not that great. That'll determine whether or not they get to proc their counter, which is they just swing right back at us. So let's see what happens. Nope. Ooh, look at that panther sound. Jeez, 21? Come on.
Ready and waiting.
Oh, great googly moogly. Emmanuel's going down. That's fine.
If only I was stronger.
If only. So KO'd units. Okay. You see their little health bubbles there. Kind of look like health bubbles from Zelda or something like that. When that goes down to 0, they're done. And then they will crystallize or they'll turn into a treasure chest. So hopefully we want to see that for the enemies, not for us. Let's see here. Gladys. We're not going to keep your name that. She's good there. We've kind of boxed ourselves in. Argath, please for love of God, get out of there. I don't want you to die at like the very last moment. Okay, good. Taking out the thief. Huzzah! Okay, and you can see on the left there also when our downed character, when their turn's going to be, and that'll take away a health bubble there. But it's our turn before... Oh, he doesn't know Phoenix down. Well, that complicates things a little bit. We have to kill all of them before his bubbles deplete. So we're gonna go ahead and just swing, and then we have to stay in the mix of things because we don't want to run off because we might need that extra damage. Okay. Good, Ramza.
I must keep moving forward.
Ramza's good at everything, by the way. I'm not worried about him. He can be a magic dealer or a damage dealer. He can be a physical attacker. He can do everything. He's a really, really good character. A little bit of dash. Okay, she needs to finish off the panther there.
Leave it to me.
Delita, you need to get your ass in. Delita, you need to get your ass in there and help out. We need more damage.
Victory is mine.
Alright, as long as Argath. Oh, you're healing. Well, you know.
Fall back.
That's, this is a nice thing of him actually, because we're helping him out, he's helping us out. Although I think I would have preferred his damage. We're gonna swing at the face here. Usually when you want to attack from the side or the back, but 95% chance, good enough, and that allows us to hit and then back up, and then it'll be. Oh, there's a bubble gone, and now it's Ramza's turn. He's gonna get in there.
What happened?
Really just need to start focus firing.
Me then.
Yes, you, Delita. Do you mind joining the party?
To contend with.
So Lettuce should be able to run in there, take out that guy, and then we just need to surround the last guy in time.
God
I
help
think
me.
we'll be okay. It'd be really bad if we lost a soldier this early on. Oh, he went into a spot I can't get him, and she does not have throw stone. You cheeky monkey. Okay. She's just gonna get in there, it's fine.
Must press on.
Yeah, you gotta take out him.
It's over! Why?
And then we just need to rally and kill that last guy. So, the 3 bubbles for the health, for the KO'd units. After those 3 are gone, the next turn, they will then crystallize. You can see 2 of their squires don't have any bubbles left. Why is everybody running away from the guy we need to be killing? I'm wondering. We have to bait him in. We have to be very careful about this. I should have healed. I should have healed Ramza there. So, okay, that's the crystallizing of a character. If you run over a crystal, you get to basically choose to either have full health or full HP if it's a yellow crystal. If it's just a blue crystal, you just get health and MP. If it's a yellow crystal, you get to learn abilities. And I believe you get to acquire all of the abilities that are learnable. In the previous version, you could only choose one. So in this version here, you just get all of them. So that's a really nice feature. There's a yellow crystal right there.
Ready.
There's 2 yellow crystals. Okay. Delita, going the wrong way. I kind of want a body block. Are we going to be able to kill this guy in 2 hits? I'm afraid of him coming in and killing or hitting Ramza and finishing him off. But I wonder if these two together can do enough damage. Yeah, that's gotta be the play. This is the only way we're gonna save our guy there. Oh, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough.
I will not give up.
Yeah. It's not gonna be enough. Shoot. Alright, well.
That was a good one.
Was he the one we want to replace anyways? I think so. It's fine.
Not like this.
Ramza goes down. That's completely okay.
It's up to me.
Yeah, well, if you had frickin' Phoenix down, we wouldn't be in this predicament. Salute you, brother. Do you have Phoenix down? No. Emmanuel. He had 70 faith. It's okay. A little bit of a bloodbath here, but honestly, at the beginning of the game, kind of the more difficult part, because you don't have a lot of tools at our disposal just yet.
Are you alright?
Alright, here we go. Battle's done.
I'll be fine. It is for the Marquis's safety, I fear.
So, Delita was talking about the Marquis earlier.
The Marquis? The Marquis Elmdor de Limbry was here.
The very same. And to whom do I owe my gratitude?
We are Knights Apprentice from the Academy at Garreland. We may be able to help you. But first, I would hear more.
Victory. Kind of. It was victory. We just lost one. So we now got a cutscene here.
My name is Argath, a knight in His Excellency the Marquis Elmdor de Limbry's household.
A knight, you say?
A knight, you say?
Well, truth be told, I am a knight apprentice like you.
Notice that in this first encounter, this guy just decided to fib and lie to us.
A fellow knight in training, then. I am Ramza Beoulve, and this is Delita Hyrule, my trusted friend.
Hyrule.
You're not of the Beowulfs of the Order of the Northern Sky, are you?
See, Ramza's family, they're pretty famous.
What fantastic luck! A blessing in the midst of disaster.
What?
The Order can help me rescue the Marquis. It must.
The Marquis is held captive?
The Corpse Brigade captured him, yes, but he still lives. We must act quickly. Should he be killed, I will lose everything. You simply must help me, please! I beg you!
Alright, jeez, man.
Calm yourself. Who's to say your Marquis is to be killed anyway? The Corpse Brigade would not take a man alive, save there were value in keeping him so. Of that, you can be sure.
Hey, Delita, he kind of gets it.
There's little we alone can do against their main host in any case. If the Marquis has been taken hostage, Egros will be in an uproar. You can be sure of that, too.
And we're going to
Egros.
Egros.
All else, we will report into Egros. Are we agreed?
So it looks like Argath here is, he's joined the squad.
We'll start there.
And he's joining as a guest,
Lead the
meaning
way.
we're not going to be able to control him, but he's going to take up a slot for us. Luckily, Argath, Delita, 2 guest characters, we'll kit them out. They'll be useful. Alright, I think this is a good stopping point for the first episode. The beginning of the game, pretty cutscene heavy. A lot of cutscenes and dialogue and talking. That's going to continue a little bit longer, at least in this first chapter here, and then the game will pick up pace and it'll be a little bit quicker. But yeah, guys, this is the first episode. Let me know how you guys are liking Ivalice Chronicles and where what you're doing as far as this point in the story, who you're going to pick as your black mage, your white mage, and kind of the party composition you're going to go with. We'll talk a little bit more about that for me next time. once we reach this next, the castle here, this next point on the map, there's going to be more cutscenes. And then I'm going to show you guys how I grind, essentially. And then the target level we're going to get for the next string of missions that we unlock around level 5. So if you want to play a little bit ahead, just know, go into this castle here, you see the cutscenes, and then you're going to have this node here for grinding. And again, I'm going to get to level 5, kind of show you, and then show you kind of like how I'm setting up my characters as a foundation to then build off of in 2 different directions. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode here, and I will see you next time. Peace and take care.